Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. The Unspoken Rules of Beryl Shores. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Not a lot of people know about the little island nicknamed Beryl Shores, for good reason. We don't really take kindly to strangers. We're good people, still. With not many residents, we're a tight-knit community and can't really talk about it. There are plenty of unspoken rules to Beryl Shores, but seeing as I've left for the summer, maybe I'll feel a little better about myself actually getting them out into the world. Not like anyone will actually make it to the island, but it's just therapeutic, in a sense. Don't talk about what nobody wants to talk about. It's a little vague how everyone dances around the topic of it, if a little cliché. I'll write this only ever once in my life, there is most definitely something out there. We locals are vague on purpose, just follow our lead. Don't litter or steal. This one should be an expectation for every place you visit, but seriously, don't. Don't steal. Once it's on the beach, it belongs to the beach. If you feel like it's no longer yours, don't pick it back up. Walk with purpose in mind. You should really always have a place or purpose in mind when you wander. Don't listen too closely to anything unrelated to your destination, keep walking. You didn't come with anybody, nobody's going to be calling your name. Make yourself known. As previously mentioned, we locals don't really like strangers. We're good people, just say hi and introduce yourself to everyone. Say it loud, say your name loud. Don't seek them out. It's cliché, borderline annoying, to refer to something you can't explain as they and hope that outsiders will understand what you mean without saying what you mean. But seriously, just keep your questions to yourself and mind your goddamn business. Only Mr. McLean is really willing to talk about it, and that's because he's an old geezer who doesn't fear death anymore. Don't fish. Leave that to McLean and the Fisher boys, it's not your duty or responsibility as a visitor. Though helping out with checking the boats for holes would be greatly appreciated. Ignore weird noises from the water. We do have an alarm system for storms, but it's busted and crackly, so you shouldn't be hearing anything that sounds like singing. Really, these rules could be shortened down to mind your goddamn business. It can seem kind of rude at first, but it's just for everyone's safety. These rules have worked for us, and they can work for you. Really, I'd tell you what it's all for if I knew, if anyone knew. Everyone has their own guess, at least I think so. We follow Rule 1. They've been picking us off one by one over the years, whatever the hell is out there in those waters that has claimed these isles as theirs. It's not that hard to just follow the rules, but someone always ends up messing everything up. Other than that, Beryl Shores is a great place to live. Story 2. Rules for the Hunt, Prey. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Congratulations, if you are seeing this message, you have been chosen to be prey in the hunt. You have been chosen based on your social status, your amount of living relatives, and how many people will look for you when you're gone. Being prey does come with a few rules. Make sure to read this list and understand it several times before you next exit the structure you were in whilst you opened this. Rule 1. You must don your mask at all times whilst on the estate property. Taking off your mask whether on purpose or accidentally will cause your collar to activate. Rule 2. You may not talk to the predators. If you do, you will be penalized harshly. Rule 3. Upon waking up at the estate property, you will find yourself fitted with a collar and a mask of a random animal. Refer to Rule 1 for the mask. Do not attempt to tamper with the collar, doing so will alert the staff and predators to your location. Rule 4. You are given an hour head start ahead of the predators. You may use this time to craft weapons to defend yourself, or attempt to hide. In this time frame, the staff will also be handing out complimentary coats. The nights get cold here. Rule 5. If you manage to kill a predator, you will be transported back to the structure you first opened this message in, with a debit card with approximately $1.2 million. You may not spend this money until 72 hours are up. Rule 6: If you manage to survive 72 hours without being killed, you will be offered a position as estate staff. If you decline, you will be transported to the structure you first opened this message in. You will have a ticket to next year's hunt in your pocket, allowing you to participate as a predator. Rule 7: Do not try to leave the estate property at any time. Doing so will cause your existence to be erased entirely. The estate has been positioned outside of reality for a good reason. Rule 8: If you do not wish to be prey, you may forward this message to someone. In doing so you will receive a brand on your forehead reading coward. Rule 9: You may not work with other prey. They are also your enemies, they must be put to death along with the predators. Rule 10: If you kill all the prey as another prey, you will be considered an apex predator. You are now the hunter, and the predators can never leave. You may enact your vengeance, but you are imprisoned here forever for your sins. Enjoy being a taxidermized conversation piece. Rule 11: You may not sleep on the estate property. Sleeping causes a slow, agonizing death at the hands of a being beyond any of our comprehension. Staff will provide all means of keeping you awake, if you can locate a staff member. Rule 12: You are prey. Prey do not use firearms. If you are caught using a firearm, you will have your hands removed, putting you at a severe disadvantage. Rule 13: Your lips have been sewn shut for a reason. There are not just predators on the estate property. Rule 14: If a predator begins eating you alive, call for a staff member. Eating live prey is against the predator rules. You will be transported back to the structure you first opened this message in, with an apology letter from our dear staff. Follow these rules, and you will have a chance of survival, albeit a slim chance. Thank you for participating in the hunt, and we wish you the best of luck. Story 3. You are not alone in your home. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Hundreds of thousands of people are reported missing every year worldwide. Is your home your safe haven, your happy place? A sanctuary to retreat to when the trials and uncertainties of life crush your psyche flat? Does being embraced in the air infused with the scent of your hand-picked candles and fresh laundry ease your mind and instill a sense of security, of comfort? Does it really? What makes you certain the space under your roof belongs to you only? Can you say with confidence you are the sole inhabitant, and no one else, nothing else is nestling within the nooks and crannies, invisible to your mortal eyes, completely unbeknown to you? How about all those times you lost an item for no particular reason, only to locate it far from its original whereabouts, the times when the kitchen faucet that is supposed to be shut off operates on its own and doubles your water bill, the times your locked door creaks open, are the responsible factors your random lapses of memories? Are they? Are they? Are they? Are they? Say that aloud. Say it with no hint of doubt. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. You can't, can you? Nobody can. Shhh, be quiet. Don't glance behind you. Do you feel the shift in temperature? It's not the air blowing from your AC. The uncanny slippery slithering down your back isn't from perspiration either. Don't acknowledge the tongue. You wouldn't want to meet the rest of the body. You are temporarily safe. Your housemate is elsewhere. It's imperative to refrain from exhibiting signs of fear, they would be pulled to its allure the way maggot are to decayed roadkill under the scorching summer heat. Don't press your luck, and adhere to the rules. The deception wouldn't prove so useful next time. Rule 1. You will always be sleeping throughout the night. There is no rustling in the curtain cascading down by your windows. There is no one peeping at you from behind it. There is no one drawing it up to elongate their serpentine neck into the room to leer at you. The whiteness of the orbs and their inhumanly wide grin are nothing more than reflections of the street lights standing close to your home. You don't live in an alley. You don't live in an apartment 20 feet off the ground. There is no power outage. There is never power outage. There is never power outage. There is no wardrobe door creaking open in the dead of the night. Within its void-like darkness, you will be seeing no pallid, gaunt fingers writhing in a grotesque dance that leaves them cracking every second in your peripheral vision. The bundles of inky hair that spilled outside from the crack between each plank of the wardrobe are yours. You do not have short hair. The footsteps bouncing on your floor are from the scurrying mouse. The chattering and contorted giggles licking on your ears, hell are their chirps and squeaks. They don't sound like a person trying to gurgle with a throat slit open. Mouse are not a threat. Mouse are no reason to frighten. Mouse live in the dark. Mouse approach you out of their curiosity. Mouse are never a danger. The humanoid figures looming over you are induced by sleep paralysis. You don't smell the foulness of their disintegrated features, you don't feel the slickness of their peeled flaps of skins on your limbs. You don't hear them. They aren't whispering. They don't want to consume you. They are delusions. Delusions are not able to inflict physical damages. Rule 2: Nothing is wrong with your pets. Your dogs and cats don't bare their teeth for no reasons, they detect mouse, and it's their disposition to getting triggered by potential prey. It's in their genes. Nothing to get worried about. You don't feel goose flesh prickling beneath your sleeves whenever they display such instinctive behaviors. Your AC is in a bad shape, hence the unexpected reduction of temperature. You don't hear the warped laughter that dallied by as though a broken ancient instrument is in the room. There is no distorted wails that sent shivers down your spine. There is no twisted figure with disjointed gait limping in your peripherals with an expression doused in agony. Your dogs and cats crawling under your furniture and cawing can be explained by the scent of coyotes that live nearby. Your house have thin walls. Coyotes have broken out of the city zoo. There is no mutilated humanoid figure dragging themselves across the floor or the ceiling on their multiple twisted swinging limbs. Their neck isn't stretching in your direction, carrying their nauseating hairless head along. There is no skin ripping. There is no bone cracking. There is no guttural wheezes that don't resemble anything on the mortal plane gritted out through their all too many teeth. It's the coyotes. The coyotes are to blame. Your fish cannot survive for an extended period because you forget to change their water, or overfeed them. And don't be concerned when their population keeps declining, some of the variants swimming in the tank are carnivorous, that's all. You find no monstrous entities clinging on the edge of your fish kingdom at night to terrorize them. It's dark, you can't even see your fingers, your brain is simply feeding twisted images to your imagination. You did not install a lighting system for the fish tank. And you certainly do not see gnarly fingers reaching down to seize a poor fish, nor a putrid tongue lapping up the water. The sounds stabbing through your ears are not appreciative animalistic moans, but the humming of the water filter. It's old. It's just old. Rules 3: Your ornamental items are inanimate and harmless. Mirrors are reflective items, which suggests that lights will bounce off them to trick your eyes occasionally. Yes, it's the light and nothing else. You glance onto its surface and find a frail incorporeal hand clamping on your shoulder, sliding tapping to catch your attention. It's the light. The red handprints manifesting itself for seconds before vanishing. It's the light. An elongated creature propping itself on endless insecticide feet to march across your flooring behind your back before sliding its whole length into your cabinet. It's the light. You certainly do not hear sounds of sharp needle appendages scratching the floor. And you don't find any mark thereafter. Your decorative dolls are plastic, hence they cannot turn towards you collectively. If they for some reason make unexplainable movements, always remember that you were the one adjusting their posture a couple days earlier. You do not see any sickly hand reaching out from behind them to swivel any part of their body. The vibrancy of their nail polish, no. No fingers. No nail polish. No nail polish. The glints in their eyes of your figurine are from the light glancing off the glass/reflective materials. Their eyes aren't painted. And yes, they have always been smiling in the first place, their smile isn't broadening, or staining with red before your very eyes. Dripping red has always been their exclusive features, you got them years ago and your memories of them aren't the greatest anymore. You have a clown. A battery-powered one that is no longer in proper working conditions. It's fine for it to hop up and down in any area of your house or appear at your doorstep. The haunting laugh laced with insanity is but another function, you got it as a Halloween decoration. Your furniture do not sprout human skin, nor can they undulate the way living being can. The elasticity and the softness is your imagination, you are tired after a draining day of work. You need sleep. You need to be in your room. You can't see any humanoid head popping up on the piece of furniture, and it doesn't grin, or possesses moving arms that wave at you while you are walking away. Hundreds of thousands of people vanished off the surface of the earth every single years, and the responsible factors are not always kidnapping or crime. Take care. Don't join them. Don't ever glance back. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.